Montage and the French New Wave. The French New Wave filmmakers of 1950s and theoreticians including André Bazin, Agnes Varda, François Truffaut and Jean-Luc Godard rejected Eisenstein's montage theories. Instead, in shooting and editing their films, they implemented their own theories of realism. It reflected the social and political movement of the time using a transparent visual, narrative and editing approach. It even anticipated today's reality shows with its rapid documentary style of shooting, handheld shots, jump cuts, defiance of 180-degree rule, improvised dialogues and breakdown of the fourth wall between actor and the audience. Montage in the credits of a French movie means editing and stands for the editor, while son montage is the sound editor. Types of montages. Herbert Settle's book Sight, Sound and Motion, Applied Media Aesthetics explain other forms of montage editing. Settle describes that complexity editing is the selection and sequencing of shots that expects an emotion from the viewer. Complexity editing can cut between different cameras on opposite sides of a central subject, which results in displaying the distress of the character and will result in an emotional response from the audience. According to Settle's observations, analytical and idea associative montages are two major types of montages, while the metric montage is primarily concerned with the rhythm rather than juxtaposition. In analytical montage, an event is analyzed for its theme and construction. Essential shots are selected and these are synthesized into a precise series of shots that make up an intense event on screen. There are two types of analytical montage, which are sequential and sectional. A sequential analytical montage happens when the event is edited down only to include the most important elements. Putting it in a cause and effect sequence, the main event is implied rather than shown. It requires the viewers to apply psychological conclusions to fill in the gaps so that they feel more involved in the scene where they become a participant. Here the time order never changes, but it condensed and intensified. Such sequences help in plot development and narrative continuity. Think about a sequence which starts with a marriage proposal, then the engagement, the birth of the first child followed by the birth of a second child. The selected shots are sequenced in order of the actual event according to logic and cause and effect to form the sequential analytical montage. A sectional analytical montage occurs when the event is expanded so that the audience can see the same event from different viewpoints. Split screen images and multiple screens are used to create this technique. It arrests one moment in the event, stretching the time duration, showing it from various viewpoints. It does not follow any particular sequence. Unlike the sequential montage, it temporarily stops the event from progression and examines a section of it with rhythmically precise shots. The basic order of the shots is but still important to establish the point of view. Idea associative montage is when two completely different events are combined together to create a third principle or concept. Developed in the days of silent era to express ideas and concepts that could not be shown in a narrative picture sequence, these fall under two categories. Comparison montage involves thematically related shots that are juxtaposed to suggest influence someone's perspective of what they are looking at. This type of montage is almost like an optical illusion and is used to deliberately trick the audience into believing something. The television advertisements often use this technique to send forth complex messages quickly across to the viewers. Example, a running tiger dissolves into a car gliding on the road, a hyperbole signifying car having the strength, agility and grace of a tiger. Collision montage is all about when two events collide and enforce a conceptual feeling or idea. This normally results in creating tension in the film. This montage is often used to impress upon the viewers the plight of a victim or prey. Metric montage. According to Zettel, a metric montage is created by cutting a film into equal lengths regardless of color, content or continuity of shots. Here, editing follows a specific number of frames based purely on physical nature of time, cutting to the next shot without considering what is happening within the image. This montage is used to elicit the most basic emotional of reactions in the audience. In accelerated metric montage, the shots become progressively faster.